With a whoop whoop and a boop boop
boop. You can't make this up.
Now you know that these are some crazy motherfuckers.
So why even fuckers?
Aunties and uncles, sweet old auntie. Aunties and ways. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Well, hello everybody, and this is Auntie. And I am here to do my review on a new show called Ladies Who List. This show is based in Atlanta, Georgia, and it is featuring some of the top real estate agents in Atlanta, and those real estate real estate agents and brokers are women. I was asked to look at this show by my girl Frauded on Instagram. She said, Auntie, I need you to review this show because I have some questions. And so I told her, sure, as a favor to her. She never asks me to do anything. And I was like, you know what? Sure. I'll look at the show, see if the show is something that I want to add into my already busy review schedule. And so I'm doing it. I'm hoping that you all are watching it as well. I had to put on a little suit jacket, okay? So I can look a little professional this first time going around. But I usually don't review shows like this because sometimes I can be a little critical. Okay. But again, when my friend asked me to do it, I said, you know what, why not? I looked at the first episode of it and I am very intrigued with the show. Today, I'm going to be doing some background and just giving some of the information on some of these girls and my initial um my initial take on the show, I guess. So again, this show comes on the OWN network, and so I'm going to pull up an article. I think that article, yeah, the article is from Essence Magazine. And it's going to give us just a little bit of information on the women. And as I said, as we go through it, I am going to be talking about what I saw in the first episode. I believe that the show comes on Fridays. And so I already have Love After Lockup. I know that a lot of people have been waiting on my 600-pound life review. That will be coming tomorrow. And then afterwards, we'll be doing our live chat nightcap with the members. And we're just going to be chit-chatting. For all of the members, please go out to the board, to the community page, and look at the drink that we will be preparing tomorrow. It's the same drink from last week. As you all know, I had some issues, and so I wasn't able to do the live chat nightcap last Friday, but we will be doing that tomorrow. And then, I'm going to try to give you all a schedule because my schedule, as far as reviews and stuff like that, are is really tight, right? I'm almost looking at and reviewing something every day. So I'm hoping that you all are liking the content. Okay. This is a little different. It's out of the norm. I will be picking up another show as well, and that show will be Love and Marriage Maryland, I believe it is, or DC. I will be reviewing that show as well. So look forward to that. That is going to be featuring Monique from Real Housewives of Potomac. And I'm assuming that it's going to be some of her friends and colleagues. And so I'm really excited about putting that um, on the agenda. So I'm going to share my screen if I can and bring up this this content from, I don't have my mouse, which is to my disadvantage because I'm so used to using a mouse. So if I make a couple of little mistakes, okay, please forgive me. So let me hit this share button down here. I'm going to share the screen with Essence. I'm gonna also put the link in my description box for everybody if you all are interested in seeing that. And so this is, okay, let's see, share. And so let me go back to here and make sure that it is sharing. And it is sharing. Okay, that's fantastic. So again, the name of this show is called Ladies Who List. And it's on, again, on the Oprah Winfrey Network, which is OWN. And they revealed the premiere date in the the first look at this show. And so let's read this right here. Okay, on January 7th at 9 p.m. So yeah, this show does come on Fridays, I believe. The Ladies Who List Atlanta is set to debut during OWN's popular Friday night unscripted programming block, Meet the Women of Lady of the Ladies Who List. So this young lady, how do you pronounce her name? Quiana Watson? I don't know. We'll get it. She's a real estate broker. It says that she is one of Atlanta's most visible and top producing real estate professionals. Her flair for fashion and sales has made her a force in the real estate game. Her motto is you live every single day, but you only have one life to live and you better make it count. My first impression of her was that she is absolutely stunning. But she's an instigator. My girl is, in my opinion, instigating some stuff. And we'll go back and we'll talk about it after I introduce the next star, which is this woman. This is Robin. Robin is a real estate broker. She is an Atlanta real estate veteran whose savvy and commitment to her client leaves an impression everywhere she goes. When she's not conducting business, this single mother of two adult children defies time by keeping herself fit with a devout yoga practice. Now, y'all, Robin is the star so far of the show, I believe. And there is some things that I like about Robin and some things that I don't like. Oh, you said it's pronounced Kiana. Okay, thank you. There's some things that I like about her and some things that I don't. Now, one of the things that Robin came off the break indicating is that when she grew up, she was abandoned by all the women in her family. She said that her life was basically built on a struggle, right? And she really had to, self-raise herself. She has admitted that she doesn't play well in the playground with other women because of her past. But she then goes on to say that she is healed. Now, Robin has come up with the concept of bringing all these top-notch African American real estate agents together to form one brokerage firm. Okay. And I think that professionally, she has the wherewithal to do exactly what it is that she wants to do. However, she doesn't feel like work and relationship go hand in hand, or work and friendship go hand in hand. And it does. But her little girlfriend, Crystal, okay, is coming off with some other stuff. Now, when you are a woman and you are doing real estate, these women are not selling homes that are $400,000 or $500 or even $600,000. They are selling multi-million-dollar homes. And Robin mentioned that most of the other women that she is trying to recruit are working with white brokerage firms. And so she wants to build this community of black women doing it. The concept is you know, it's fine. It's her concept, right? But she has to understand that when in real estate is all about building relationships and having sisterhood, right? And you can't have sisterhood if all you want is business. But her girlfriend Crystal is trying to, you know, tell her about that, but the two of them end up getting into an argument in Crystal's office. And there was some things about Robin that I agreed with and some things that I did not. Now, this young lady, Crystal Kimbrough, okay, is a real estate attorney. She is the closer, boo. And if you know anything about real estate, you need a Crystal in your life. It says Crystal is an adventurous and independent closing attorney. While others may portray a level of success through social media, she believes in doing the work, whether she's jumping off 20-foot cliffs on exotic islands or keeping her romantic options open. Crystal prides herself on living life by her terms. Now, this Crystal is absolutely stunning, and her sister. I mean, they are absolutely stunning looking women. I mean, I just was, you know, like when I was watching her, and she had that little sleek ponytail. Um, I was like, she's just stunning. She is absolutely beautiful. And to be one, she said there's only two closing attorneys in Atlanta who are African American. Now, I don't know how true that is, but this is what she said. And that is no small feat. She is the closer. You can't buy a house. You can't sell a house without a closer. And so that's a very big accomplishment. Now, Crystal and Robin are both friends with one another. Robin is the brains behind this concept, but Crystal is the pusher woman. Okay. She's the one who's going to be pushing, you know, this idea to all these other real estate agents because she has the relationship. Listen to me. She has a relationship with these other women. So Robin just closed with a couple who are YouTubers. And these YouTubers, I think, just purchased a house that was like what? 500,000, was it a million? Something like that. They closed this house, right? And they had, you know, they're YouTubers and they've been working, you know, on their little hustle and everything. And so they got enough money to buy a beautiful home in Atlanta. And so Robin closed with them. Now, if you're in a real estate game, you know, a broker, okay, so you got a real estate agent, right? You're the ones who go out, sell a home, prepare, you know, you do the home, you look at the home and all of that kind of stuff, but you need a brokerage firm, okay? You need a firm in order to actually do the, you know, the paperwork and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you know, it's a little complicated, but it ain't that complicated. But you need a mortgage broker. And that is like the firm that the real estate agent works under, right? So the real estate agent has a brokerage firm, and then that brokerage firm, of course, closes with somebody like Crystal, right? Because, and then a broker has agents underneath them. They have I think it's 160 hours of training, and then they get a certificate so they can now recruit real estate agents to work under them. If you know what I mean. Okay. I'm hoping I'm explaining that correctly. Because y'all know you know. But anyway, for all of y'all that don't know, I know a little bit about this. So anyway, she and Robin are working together, but because Crystal is a closer, real estate agents have to go to an attorney in order to do what they call closing, right? That's when you know, settle the house and you bring all your income to the table and all your taxes and your whole damn life comes to the table when you have to go to a closing, right? For anybody who's ever done it 1, 2, 3, 4 times, it's extremely stressful. Well, this is the girl who makes that deal between the two parties, the buyer and the seller. So she has a relationship probably with multiple brokers and real estate agents, right? So like she's the girl. She is the girl. So anyway, Robin comes to her and she tells her that she wants to start this firm, and she needs her to push it for her. Crystal tells Robin that she's going to push it for her, but she was like, hey, let me just say this to you. How are you going to deal with these girls, right? How are you going to work with them? And so, Robin is like, what do you mean? I'm talking about making money. But she doesn't understand that she has a reputation out there in them streets, allegedly, based on her character and how she handles other women, because she doesn't see a value in friendship. She sees this as a money making business. And in some ways, Robin is right. If you're making money, it ain't got nothing to do with us being friends. But at the same time, if you want these women to leave the firms that they're already with to come to you, you got to be somebody who's appealing, someone who is cooperative, someone who is willing to compromise, someone who is willing to, come to the table with some stuff. And it doesn't appear that Robin is really ready to do that. So we'll come back to Crystal. The next person is Tiffany. Tiffany's a real estate agent. She's one of the ones that Robin wants to recruit. It says she's a hardworking attorney, wife, and mom of 3 at the top of her profession, with a roster of clients, including several A-listers. Tiffany's commitment to building her business has paid off handsomely, but she is trying to find more of a work-life balance. Now, she is an attorney as well. She is a closer, right? And so her and Crystal do the same thing, but the two of them don't really get along. You can tell that she said that she's never come to her and all that kind of stuff. I like her. We didn't really get to see a lot of her, but nevertheless, she's there. The next person is Tiana. She is a real estate agent. She's one of Atlanta's highest grossing Black female luxury agents. These women are straight up like, this is the cream of the crop, in my opinion, honey, because anytime you are selling luxury homes, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, $10 million homes, she's married to a former NFL player and a mother of 2. And Tiana has carefully crafted her professional and personal universe so that her family comes first. And I liked her a lot. Didn't really see a lot of her either. It is what it is. This is Kiara. Kiara is an ambitious millennial making her mark in Atlanta as a rising star in real estate. On the heels of losing her home to a fire, Kiara has started to rebuild her life. She's determined to forge ahead, stopping at nothing to achieve her success. Didn't really hear a lot about her either, but eventually I'm sure we're going to get into it. So let me go back to the top, right? So this young lady right here, Kiana, okay. So Kiana was with a firm, a real estate firm, right? She went to Robin because she wanted to leave the agency that she was with, right? She wanted to leave the agency. And so she went to, because it was COVID and everything was shut down, she wasn't able to process getting her clients moved over because she's trying to start her own brokerage firm. And so when she went to Robin, she was like, "Hey, everything is shut down. Girl, I need you to do me a favor. I got these 26 contracts that I need to park over here so I can go ahead on and start, getting my stuff together." Well, Robin told her, "Sure, absolutely. I'd be willing to do that for you. $500 per contract. $500 per contract." So of course, Kiana felt is it Kiana you said? Kiana felt like when she needed her, she didn't come through for her. And that is a bit much, but at the same time, Robin is about making them Benjamins. Now, I don't know whether or not she went with her and she paid her the $13,000 or whether or not she didn't for her to hold these contracts for her while she was, trying to, create this brokerage firm. But, or even, or to just, I don't know if she was creating a brokerage firm or whether or not she was just leaving a real estate company. Nevertheless, she had 26 active contracts. These contracts probably was multi-million dollar contracts. So you could look at it both ways, right? You could look at it and say, well, you know what? Hey, you stand to make millions of dollars. You can spend 13,000 to get what you need done. But then at the same token, you can say, you know what, Robin, you could have had a little leniency with me. Did your little homegirl a little favor. So now that Crystal has come to all of the girls, right? Because one of the young ladies was showing the home. And so they all came to the home for, to look at it. One of the guys had a pocket listing. So a pocket listing is a listing that you have that is not on the open market. It's a private listing of someone who's trying to sell a home privately. They give it to a real estate agent. That real estate agent then goes out to other real estate agents and brokers, right? And they come in and they look at the home and they try to sell it privately. It's not out there on the MLS, right? It's not on the MLS. So one of the guys had one and he went to, let me get her name. Because I don't want to be saying one of these ladies. Just that's just not my thing. I want to make sure that we establish this. Wasn't Tiffany? Was it Tiffany? I think it was Tiffany. Was it Tiffany? I think it was Kiara. No, it wasn't. It was Tiana. Tiana. She was showing a home. She was with the guy with the pocket listing. So all the girls came in. When they were there, Crystal came and was like, she had already went to old girl and was like, look, I need you to come to dinner, come to lunch, and meet with Robin because Robin has a proposal. She wouldn't tell her what it was, but she was like, she got a proposal. And she was like, fine, girl, let me tell you what she did. So she told her what she did about charging Kiana, right? So she was like, I can't wait to meet with Robin because I want to tell her no to her face. Because, of course, she's one of the ones that she wants to come into the firm with her. And so they all get together at this other house. Now, Crystal wasn't there, right? Because Crystal and old girl and the other closing attorney, they don't get along with each other. But Kiana and Crystal know one another, and so does the other girl. Oh my goodness, I'm gonna get these names together, y'all. We're gonna get these names together. Okay, we're gonna get these names together. Where's she at? That's not her. Kiara went to school, not Kiara, it wasn't Kiara. It was Tiffany. Tiffany went to school with Crystal. God dang it, wow, can't be. Anyway, they went to school together and all that kind of stuff, right? So she already knew her. They already knew one another. So we already see that there's some cattiness that's going around. Now, in any city that you live in, the older you get, the smaller that city becomes. Everybody knows somebody knows everybody. Everybody does. And so these women are connected to each other through other people. Now, Robin and Crystal, of course, got into an argument in Crystal's office because Robin felt like she told Crystal, just having girl talk and being transparent, she told her about her issues with getting along with other women. Crystal, at the time, didn't say nothing, but used it against her when she was asking Robin about, working with these other women. So Robin was like, I don't know why, nobody is perfect. She used the B word and all that kind of stuff. And Crystal was like, wait a minute, hold on, don't scream in my office. And so Robin, of course, is, off the hook because she feels like she's been hurt by so many women in her past. Here it is, Crystal's using something against her. So Crystal was like, you're triggered. Now, here's the thing about that word, Crystal. Crystal, you're beautiful, you're smart, and everything else. But you know daggone well that you can't say to another woman that you done been triggered. That is a key word to get in an argument. It's a key word to saying you're psycho. It's a key word to saying you're loco. It's a key word to saying that you are high strung, that you don't have any self control. You can't say that to somebody unless you're ready to have an argument. Girl, you triggered. Girl, you are triggered. Oh my God, girl, that triggered you. No, boo. No, Crystal. And then Crystal has this way of saying things, being condescending, right? And laughing about it. And her and Robin, got into an argument. Of course, she left out the office, and the two of them decided to get together in a park and have a conversation. Prior to that, Crystal had a conversation with her sister, and her sister was like, when you dealing with someone who gets triggered, like Robin does, you have to learn how to allow them their space. Now, these two women are closing $1 million deals together. Okay, so there's a relationship, a financial relationship there. Now, what they're risking is losing that financial relationship based on their social relationship. And so that's why there's a part of me that understands Robin, because when it comes down to the finances, we ain't friends. You not cutting me a deal, my client a deal, or anybody in the course of this closing. We both coming to the table, and there's a percentage, honey, of 6%, 3%, or whatever. We all coming to the table as business associates. And so our friendship can cause both of us to lose this deal. Because now Robin would have to go to another closer. Robin has the idea that she wants this to all be African American, but if she messes up her relationship with Crystal, she damn sure can't go to Tiffany, because Tiffany don't really bunk with her. Because Robin's personality precedes her. And so sometimes it doesn't make a difference what level you on in your business. It makes a difference on what level you are in your relationships. This is so tied together, right? You can bounce it the scale is always going to probably even out when you are talking about relationships versus your career. So anyway, they go to a park and the two of them are talking. And, Crystal starts with the triggered stuff again. She starts with, because Robin was like, I felt disrespected. Crystal felt disrespected. And so they're talking. And Crystal keeps doing this, girl. Hey, you offended me. You came in my office. I asked you to calm down twice. She's doing that type of. No, don't laugh. So Robin was like, I don't know what this laughing is about. Then she says, you don't think, then they were having an argument and they were going back and forth. And she said, you don't think that's a little crazy? So Robin was like, you can't say that I'm crazy because you don't understand something. You don't need to talk about somebody's mental capacity. Crystal is extremely, in my opinion, condescending. I think that she keeps saying over and over, I love Robin, but I love Robin. I love Robin. When you got to keep saying that, when you got to keep putting that in the forefront, I don't know how genuine that is. That's my opinion. Now, it remains to be seen. But in my opinion, there's something and some things about Robin that Crystal doesn't like, and in my opinion, has felt raw by. She deals with her on a professional level, and she tolerates her on a personal level. And so some of the things that the two of them were saying back and forth, because Robin was like, I don't need any friends. I don't need someone like you to come and confront me and try to change me and try to use what I've shared with you in secret against me personally. And so, and then even with Crystal going out to the other women, she's not representing, in my opinion, Robin in the best light. Because when she says something to Kiana about her, she was like, girl, I'm just dealing with this Robin. No, Crystal. So it's like you underhanded shading her. That you shading her, boo. Because if you really wanted Kiana to take this serious, regardless of what has happened between them, you would represent her in the best light if you really want Robin to win. Now, I know Robin got her issues, and I know probably people don't like Robin, but there's a Robin in all of us. There's a Robin in all of us who have had bad relationships with women in our families, women in our community, women on our job. Women. Now, we may not be as bitter and as scorned as Robin is, but there's a Robin in all of us. And you can flip from YouTube channel to YouTube channel to YouTube channel and find many women who talk about building relationships with African American women, between African American women with African American women. Period, point blank. And so while I don't agree with everything that Robin stands for, I understand a Robin. And Crystal, in my opinion, is not showing her in the best light. You going shady. Robin sees Crystal and the argument and the disagreement between the two of them as, you got that girlfriend that you can argue with, and then you can have drinks together. Crystal is looking at her bottom line And you understand what I'm saying? There's just something, in my opinion, that's shady about Crystal. And I think it's going to come out doing this show that she is not the friend or the person that Robin thinks that she is to her. And I think that a lot of the noise, if you will, that's been out in the street maybe has come from Crystal. Because if the other women don't know Robin and they only interact with Robin on a business level, then they shouldn't know anything about her personally unless Crystal told it. I'm watching Crystal. The other young lady, I liked her because, what is her name? Let me find her. Hold on, y'all. Let me find her. All these women are just stunning, y'all. The other young lady, Tiana. One thing I liked about her was she was able to say, "Hey, ladies, look, if we all get together, we need to be professional. We need to put our personal differences to the side, and we need to handle this in a professional way." I like that about her. She seems like she's the one who's going to try to hold everybody accountable for their behavior and for what happens in this particular group. She's the type of woman, in my opinion, that really needs to be in Robin's corner. But again, when you're using each other and you all are making money, money will make, honey, let me tell you, the root, money is the root of all evil, right? But money also answers all, okay? Money answers answers all. And so it's a very thin line between working with people that you like. Sometimes you have to have a separation between. Now, on my other channel, I'm going to be bringing my agent to the table who's going to be teaching you all how to purchase homes and get your credit straight and all of that. We're going, she's still working on her curricula. And so hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to start this sometime in February or March. She's my friend and she's my agent. But there's a line that we have with each other. She's not somebody I hang out with. You know what I'm saying? As a girlfriend. But she is my friend. But she is also a business partner. You understand what I'm saying? You got to know, you have to put boundaries in place in order to maintain relationships. And you cannot be friends, friendly friend with people where you are dealing with thousands and millions of dollars. There's got to be a boundary put in place in those kind of relationships. And it seems like those kind of boundaries are not put in place. And that each one of these sister girls, these women are coming to the table with their stuff. Because as African American women, we got our stuff. Like Robin said, I came up through struggle. Mm-hmm. And I think that we're going to see struggle with all of these women. We're going to see that you got to be better. You got to do better. You got to be the strongest. You got to outsell. You got to work harder, especially just being a woman, period. We got to be better than the men. And then there are some men who say, you know what? You want to be at the table? You got to do what we do. And then, you know what I'm saying? So, on one hand, we want to appear and we want to walk in our femininity. And then in another way, it's like, okay, I got to, roll my sleeves up and get in here and work just as hard as the men do. Just to have a seat at the table. There's a very, very complicated walk that we do as women. We've got to have on track shoes. We've got to have on bedroom slippers because we need to know when to relax, relate, release. And then we've got to have our stilettos on. We've got to put our pumps on. You know what I'm saying? There's so many shoes that we walk in as just as women, period. And I think that this show is a combination of all of that. And I am so excited to be doing this show. Now, I'm hoping that we see these sisters sell some houses. Please let us see these sisters sell some houses, make some money moves, and it not just be a typical messy show. That is why years ago I dropped Real Housewives of Atlanta and those other shows because it just was so messy that I didn't feel good at the end of each review. I felt like I was so hard, and I don't know why my hands are so dry. But I'm excited about doing this show. Thank you so much, Frauded, for asking me to do this. I'm hoping that, whatever questions you have, I can answer them for you. Maybe we can have, a panel of women to come on and talk about the show. I'm absolutely open to that. Again, I will be doing marriage, not Huntsville, but Love and Marriage DC. And so I'm excited about doing that as well. So y'all get ready, buckle up. Auntie's got a very busy schedule. Please be patient with me. Tomorrow you will get my 600-pound life. Okay, you're going to get that. I know I usually do that on today, but you know what? I like to switch it up a little bit too. And I do have 2 channels, so some of that stuff will be, going back and forth or whatever, or going simultaneously. I got to talk to my moderators because, they got to, be going back and forth and stuff like that. So I'm hoping that you all are as excited as I am to review Ladies Who List Atlanta. I love you all so much. Y'all have a great night. And I will talk to y'all soon. Okay? Bye, y'all.